What's going on, everyone? Thanks for checking out this Fallout 76 lore video. This is going to be different from your typical lore videos that you see. I decided to gather up a bunch of players and put together cinematics over the Battle of Morgantown to hopefully help keep you engaged and also to tell the story a little better. I'll also show where each holotape is at that we decide to make a cinematic over in this vicinity. I actually uploaded this in the past in my Morgantown nuking experiment episode, but I feel like a lot of you might have missed out on that. And this took a very long time to compile together. You'll see, this took a lot of organization to get this many players to reenact certain parts. So that's why I decided to cut out the nuking experiment part and just single out the lore part and upload this. This will be the start of a continued series, by the way, over different holotapes around in Fallout 76 to help tell the story once again a little better. If you have a recommendation of what you want me to reenact next for a cinematic, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. Also, if you find this enjoyable, maybe consider taking a little bit of your time and leaving a like. Your support goes a long way and, as always, is greatly appreciated. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the show. Hopefully you enjoy. We'll be starting with this area right here. Right outside of the student campground place where a bunch of tents was set up at, you can find these portapotties on the other side of the wall. And inside one of these portapotties, you can find a holotape titled The Battle of Morgantown. Let's go ahead and play it.
We lost another group of freshmen today. I ordered them to start scaling the escape ladders at nightfall, but it was a trap. The whole thing was covered in oil, and the roof asses lit them all on fire. And I can't keep doing this. Trying to starve them out since we control the roads and doing out of town, but somehow they keep finding food, man. They've even started to throw their empty food boxes down on us as mockery. How are they surviving up there? Where are they getting their supplies?
Alright, so from this holotape, the next lore piece that you can find is inside the student camp area, located on top of these boxes right here. As you can see, there's a torn note that you can read called "Tear It All Down." And it says, "Students of the streets, those elites who stared down on us from their brick and mortar thrones will finally die this day." So it seems like a war was starting to break out here after the bomb dropped. People started becoming scarce on supplies. Anyways, from this torn letter that talks about the people up on the rooftops, you can find one of their bases that they have made. If you go up the street here and take a right and climb this fire escape, which, forewarning, there's quite a bit of traps going up this fire escape. You can destroy the traps by hitting them, so you don't have to really get hurt going across them. So yeah, just keep that in mind. There is going to be a couple traps going up this, and also not to mention this bad boy right here is set up right before the entrance, which is just a skilled one locked door. Once you gain access, you simply want to go on top of this and you'll find another holotape titled "Dumb Street Kids." Let's go ahead and play this and see what it says.
The kids down there are so incredibly oblivious to the fact that windows exist. We've sent scouting parties in the dead of night through different adjacent buildings. They keep returning with more food, more ammo. It's nuts. We're gonna outlast this siege for years. The big problem, though, is Radaway. We're finding less and less of it every day, and people are starting to get sick. I'm still certain that we'll be the victors after all is said and done. The rooftops and the monorail are our own personal highway, after all. Those dumb street kids have no idea who they're messing with.
So anyways, from this holotape, we're going to be making our way over there. I'll go ahead and get out the binoculars. As you can see, we're going to be going up that building there. So yeah, let's go ahead and make our way up on top of the monorail. Okay, so I am officially over here. And check out these stairs that they have guarding their base. Let me go ahead and unlock this real quick. Okay. Yeah, the stairs of death leads up to this rooftop here. So definitely don't take the stairs. If you got to, destroy all of those. Do what you gotta do to get up here. But anyways, if you do eventually come up here, you might find an enemy or two. But most importantly, you can find this lore piece right by the sleeping bag called "Trouble with Radiation." And it reads, "So the radiation issue is getting pretty bad. 10 of our guys just didn't wake up this morning, and some other people are starting to lose their hair. I was brushing something off my cheek in the middle of the night, thought it was just a fly, but," and the rest of the page is torn, but on the other side it says, "I hate to admit it, but I'm going to send a message to the street rats and see if we can call for peace. They don't look like they're in good shape either, and this little war game has gone on long enough." So it seems they might have started to band together at the end before, eventually everybody was wiped out. So from here, the next lore piece will be located right over on that building. So let's go ahead and go back to the monorail and make our way over there. So this will be the first of 4 history volume holotapes that you can discover around in Morgantown. So, as I mentioned before, the next lore piece will be on this building here. As you can see, History of Morgantown, Volume 1.
This is Alicia Parker speaking, valedictorian of the last graduating class of Vault Tech University. I believe it is my duty to record the events of Morgantown's final days for future generations. With any luck, someday a dweller from 76 will find this and know what happened here. After the bombs, Morgantown was a hellhole. Everything was on fire or dead. Don't remember much, to be honest. A few of us hid inside the university, but rations forced us out after a few weeks. When we emerged, we found ourselves in the perfect real-world scenario for exercising all the training we acquired at VTU. Yeah, lucky us.
Okay, so the next History of Morgantown volume will be located over here, next to this wooden tower on the monorail. You just want to jump over toward this house, and on top of this house you want to make your way over to the top of this building, and it'll be located right here on this table. And actually you can see where we previously was. You jump over here, that's the building that we were previously on, so not too far from that area. But yeah, let's go ahead and play this one now.
Some of the kids with overseer training took the lead, and a few of the Greek houses started communities. I don't even remember what they were called. The largest of them, Kappa something, started absorbing the smaller houses and slowly expanding their territory. If the world wasn't over, I might have found it interesting how feudalism was reimagined against the backdrop of nuclear war. We lost a lot of students in the first year. Some to radiation poisoning, others to typical things like hunger and thirst. One kid was attacked by a large rat in the VTU courtyard, but we never found it. But we mostly lost kids to the house wars.
So from that one we learned how the people died here at Morgantown. Anyways, as for the next one, it'll be located at the wooden tower here on the monorail. So let's go ahead and make our way over there. And volume 3 will be at the bottom of this wooden tower. As you can see, right here. Let's go ahead and see what this one says.
The Radaway shortages were terrifying. Some guys were fighting over a cache they found in a nearby pharmacy. Things got heated. They drew their guns and fired. The first student death by a fellow peer was recorded. This was the new Morgantown. The 2 biggest houses are the roof house and the street house, named after the territories they control. A great student war unfolded, but this wasn't the cute kind of hazing ritual known by VTU students. This was life or death.
Okay, so for the 4th history holotape, will be located on top of the roof across from the bank building. So just find a way to get on top of the monorail, and then when you get over in this general area, you just want to go across this little bridge right here, and this will be the roof with the 4th history volume, as you can see. Let's go ahead and see what this says.
Without Radaway, the effects of intense radiation were already taking their toll. Kids were falling over dead. Their hair and skin were falling off. Only the most powerful student houses were able to keep order among their ranks. This was only possible by eradicating smaller groups of student survivors and stealing their supplies. Every dose of Radaway kept the powerful elite at the top of the food chain. Even now I'm in hiding on a roof somewhere far away from most of the other kids. There's one guy on the roof next over that I sometimes talk to, but we usually keep to ourselves to not attract attention. I think his name is Victor.
So from that, we gained a little bit more knowledge about what took place here. It sounded pretty devastating. And we also learned that a guy named Victor was on a rooftop next to her. And you can find her hideouts by going over here to this fire escape. If you don't have marsupial, that is. If you have marsupial, you can just jump right up to the rooftop. But anyways, from this fire escape, you can jump to the top of this balcony and make your way over to her little hideout. And I have to say, it's pretty sweet. She got some crops growing, she got a tinker bench, she has some Christmas lights set up, she has a little computer on her bed. I mean, she had it going on. But anyways, you can find a holotape on top of this bed here called History of Morgantown, Author's Notes. And when you pick this up, if you go to your holotape selection and go to play it, you will notice you'll have some options here to choose from. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what the epilogue option says. I've accepted my fate and the fates of Morgantown. It's too bad that I'll never get to meet you, but at least you have the story of this horrible place, and now the story of me. Good luck, and try not to repeat history. You have a chance to start anew. Please don't be like us. So yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and see what Author's Note says. It states to delete later. I miss my mom and dad. I have no idea if they've survived, but I heard rumors that Charleston was hit by something terrible. So I've pretty much given up hope. I can't leave Morgantown to go find them, and I'll probably die on this rooftop. But hey, at least I'm alive. Victor suggested we meet up, but I don't really trust him that much. And there's nothing that's going to make me leave this roof. Not because I'm afraid of the student gangs patrolling the streets, but I've started to notice that my hair is falling out. I've been dosing out the little Radaway I have in small increments, just enough to make the pain go away. But not too much. Had to make it last as much as I could, but it's not working anymore. So that's the motivation for recording the 4 volumes of Morgantown's history. It's not enough, but I'm losing strength every day. It's the most I could do. Anyways, for the last option, it's titled Brainstorming. And on this one it says, 1. Detailed analysis of post-war Morgantown. Update. Not enough time, getting too sick. 2. History recordings of Morgantown survivor accounts. Update. Not happening. People are way too aggressively violent. 3. Meet up with telescope guy? Big no. 4. Short recordings. Big picture, high level. The history of Morgantown? We'll need a shorter name. Too grandiose. So yeah, that's that. And also, you can find a home picture frame up here. Home is my heart, it says on it. Pretty sad. Also a postcard from mom and dad, because as you know, she was thinking about them quite a bit. She kept a hold of this just for, memory's sake. It says, Dear Alicia, been thinking a lot about you. We are so proud. Good luck with your first semester at Vault Tech University. You were always a smart cookie. Love, Mom and Dad. So this was Alicia Parker's headquarters. But as for the guy, Victor, across the street, it seems like he was some sort of astronomer. You can find a holotape about him right over here on this desk.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't leave this roof or I'll die. Alicia, stop talking to me. I have nothing to do but obsess over my work. How is that even remotely sane? I'm cataloging constellations and the world has ended. I've officially lost it. Yeah, I know I have. Because lately I've been resisting the temptation to go down to street level. There's roving bands of murderous kids. People who I used to help cheat on their exams. Can you believe it? I got them an A-. And now they want to beat me to death with a wrench for a bag of chips. I wish I wasn't on this nightmare planet. I wish I was somewhere else. Somewhere out there. In the stars.
And you can also find a postcard from Vault Tech University on this table here, as you can see. It reads, Congratulations, Victor Hibb. You're the official winner of the annual Vault Tech University Student Leadership Awards. To receive your commemorated plaque, please visit our office in the main campus building. Thank you. Office of Student Affairs, Vault Tech University. So it seems like this guy had some serious brain power. But I can kind of understand why Alicia Parker started to avoid him at the end. I'm thinking maybe it's because she was falling ill and she didn't really care about anything anymore, as we learned from the author notes over at her headquarters. And also she had a bit of trust issues going on because a lot of people was going crazy. It kind of did seem in a way that Victor had some sort of thing for her because he did mention that she stopped talking to him. But yeah, that's about wrapping up this video, everybody. Hopefully you found this enjoyable and it was interesting. If you did find this enjoyable, consider leaving a like. That's always greatly appreciated. But hey, as always, that's totally up to you. I'm out of here though. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen. Until next time, peace.